Hello everyone, it's the Batman Statue Collector, and I am here with another review. Now this one, of course, is one that some of you have probably really been looking forward to adding to your collection. And this, of course, is the 1/3 scale Arkham Knight Batgirl from Prime One Studio, and I have to say, she turned out really great. I want to give you my full review. I'm going to give you all the switch outs and all that stuff, but I did want to just go ahead and give you a quick glimpse as to what she looks like. As always, we're going to start with the base. Now, this base is pretty massive compared to a lot of the other bases. It does return back to that darker color, and I really like that. The Batman over here is darker than the Robin. This one goes back to that darker color, and I like it. As we spin to the front of the piece, now this one is basically kind of like a L shape. It's meant to be a corner piece. The bat itself does have a magnet in it, and it looks really good. And it just, again, just fits right into the slot like that. Looks really great. We do, of course, have this bat front. It's one of my favorite fronts of any of the bases. It looks really good here. And then as we spin it around to this other back side here, again, got a little bit of styrofoam there. But again, the bat logo on it, and just some nice detail here. Again, a little bit more styrofoam I need to clean up. There is kind of a piece that looks like it's been broken off. Just a lot of nice detail. Again, I always love these bases. I always think they do such a great job with them. But again, this base does take up a lot of space. As we move up the statue itself, we're going to look at the boots. Again, nice detailing here, nice color all around. She looks really great. Of course, the tops of her boots are bats. And again, nice detailing here with the wrinkling on the boot. Just again, nice detail. One key into the base here at the bottom. Have the key right here. Real easy to get in. Let's go ahead and move up the leg. Again, you see nice paintwork. Prime One always does such a great job. Give you here the backside view here as well, because I know some of you are going to really want to see that view. But again, just even on the backside, the side that you'll never ever see, does have just a tremendous amount of detail on her. Even going up her back, it's just really quite stunning, really. I'm going to go ahead and set the cape back where it was, and I'll go ahead and go around the front. Again, we have nice detailing here on the belt and around the leg. I'm going to take, actually I'll leave it on just so you guys can see it, but nice paneling here. Again, just really nice work. It's that smooth polystone. It goes back to that the rest of the line that just has that nice sheen to it. It just looks really good. Now this is the one arm option here. This is her holding the Batarang. Now the Batarang does come out. I'm not going to take it out right now, but it is plastic. Looks really good. And this is the regular, not the exclusive. The exclusive has a second Batarang that looks more like this one that came with the Batman. It's more of the Arkham Batarang. I did not get that version. I was a little late to the game in picking her up, but this is the regular. She still comes with the Batarang, and I think it looks good. The arm does come off here at this point. And so we are going to have a switch out here in a minute, so I can kind of show you what that looks like. But anyway, as we move up the chest area, the torso, again, just looks really good. The armor looks really good. Paint across here looks fantastic. Arms, again, just kind of that same detail of the legs as you go up. Now this is another arm option here. This is the one holding the spear gun, the Batarang, not the Batarang, excuse me, the grapple gun. It does come off right here at the shoulder. It blends in really nice here with the seam. Looks fantastic. Magnet is incredibly strong, but I do want to show you the level of detail again all the way up to the actual grapple gun. Grapple gun itself looks really good. There is a magnet in this, so this does pop out. This is a plastic. This is polystone, of course, the gun itself, but it just pops right into place. Let you see that again. Okay, just pops right back in there. Let's talk about the cape. The cape is incredibly posable. This is one that I feel like you have to really work with to get it the way you want it. I know some people, some of the photos I've seen, just kind of people flop it down. You can create a tremendous amount of movement in this cape. Extremely thick, nice wires in this. I'm just so impressed with the capes that Prime 1 does because you can get a lot out of this statue. You know, if you don't really like the statue by itself, you can really do a lot of things with the cape. You can add movement, you can add, you know, you can create your own look however you want. And this is basically the look that I have with the cape swooping, and I just think it looks fantastic that way. But anyway, as we move up the cape, speaking of the cape, there is this little emblem here, the back clip. This is actually a die cast. This is actually a real pin. It's got a sharp piece in the back with a little rubber stopper. Prime 1 did come with 2 extra rubber stoppers in the bag, so sorry about the shakiness there. But it's real easy. Just poke it through, and it just fits right there. No problem at all. Then as we get up to the main event here, and that is this face sculpt, just looks fantastic. I just think they did a really good job again with the skin tone and the paint here. She just looks really well done. Really well done. Now this is my favorite of the 2 head sculpts. This is the smirking head sculpt, and also her hair is flowing. The other one has hair that is just straight down. But let me go ahead and give you the 360 here on her hair, so you get a kind of an idea of the level of detail on her. Again, just looks great. Side view there. Again, just really great. Just really good skin tones. I'm just so impressed with how she looks. Let me go ahead and stop the video here. I am going to go ahead and give you, so this is one look here. I'm going to give you the secondary look with this head sculpt with the other arm. Just give me a second here. Okay, so this is the other look you can have. Instead of her having her arm up, you can have her arm down on her waist. Again, this is kind of the look you get. I really like this. I think it's really, maybe even my favorite look, with basically with her arm on her hips, and then holding the batarang. I think that just looks really good like this. This is probably the way that I will display her. I'm not 100% positive, but that's a great thing about these pieces is if you get tired of it and you want to switch it up, you can. And so again, this is that look with the arm down on her hip. Let me show you the other switch out here with this arm, and you can see what that looks like. Okay, so the other switch out arm it's very similar. I actually thought they sent me 2 of the exact same thing, but it is a little bit different. This is more of her hand relaxed, like she's just hanging out. She's got her hand resting on her leg. I will show you here. Let me grab this. I will show you that there is a difference between the 2. It's just slight. But here she's holding the batarang, and there she's just, you know, has that relaxed look. But again, I think that this is also a cool look if you like it. I like her to at least have one weapon, and so like I said, I'll probably keep her with the batarang. But again, that's kind of what she looks like that. So let me go ahead and now switch out to the other head sculpt so you can see the other head sculpt is basically more stern, more serious. Let me show you that one. Alright guys, so here is the other head sculpt. Now again, this is a beautiful sculpt. It really looks good. There are times where I've seen pictures of it that I felt like it was maybe just a little bit lifeless. But now that I have her in hand, like, you know, she looks very serious. She looks like she is ready to do battle, and she looks exactly like she does in the game. I'm just really impressed again overall with how this entire statue looks. Again, there's nice switch out options of how you want her to look, but I do want you to see this face, and I do want you to see this face with the grapple. Let me go ahead and switch that out too. Alright, so here she is with the serious face and the grapple, kind of one of the last ways you can pose her. Again, you can pose her cape however you want. She is a fantastic piece. Overall, I am just incredibly impressed. Again, she was not on my radar. I did not want to get the good guys because I didn't think I'd have the space, and I just wasn't as interested. But now that I have Robin, now that I have Batgirl in the collection, I really like them both. If I ever did run out of space, the good guys, unfortunately, probably would be the first to go because I always love the Rogues Gallery, and if you follow my channel, you know that. But this statue is really well done. My biggest gripe was that she was short. She appeared short compared to all the other statues because she's kind of leaning down. Her leg is not on the top of the base, so of course she's going to look kind of out of place. And it was meant to be with her and Nightwing to be end caps on the collection. I have not decided yet if I'm going to be getting Nightwing. I very much like him, but after having her in hand, it does make me want him even more because she just really turned out really great. Now, I do have a solution to my problem with her being a little bit shorter, and so I want to show you what I've come up with, or basically how I'm going to display her, and that's going to be over here in my collection. So let me show you what that's going to look like. Alright guys, so here she is in my collection, and again I was really worried about her being too short in the collection. So what I did is I just simply propped her up on something. Now this is temporary. I've actually come up with an idea of how to make it look a lot better, and so that's going to hopefully take place in the next couple weeks. But I do want to show you that whenever you raise her up a little bit, and she does look smaller on camera for some reason, but in person to the eye, she does look to scale. She looks like she fits in perfectly. But again, for some reason on camera, she does look just a little bit smaller. But whenever you raise her up, again, she does look like she fits. You know, she's about the same height as everybody else, and she just looks like she belongs in the collection. Overall, I am extremely pleased with her. I am really glad that she is now in the Batcave. I think that she turned out great. Again, the quality is second to none. Prime One always does such an amazing job with all of these statues. And again, I'm just incredibly happy to have her in the collection. Please let me know what you think of her. Please let me know down below in the comments if you have picked her up or if you're planning on doing so. If you are, I do have a link down in the description. If you buy from my link, it does help the channel out, so I appreciate you guys very much for that. Again, I just really think that if you add her to the collection, you're not going to be disappointed at all. I think she turned out really great. Amazing head sculpt and amazing paintwork. I'm just really impressed with the quality. As always, guys, I thank you so very much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Again, please let me know what you think about this statue. I'd love to read your comments down below. And if you have enjoyed this video at all, please give me a like. That does help the channel out tremendously. And again, as always, guys, I thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you right here in the Batcave.